Yo, yo, yo. Let me just make a drink. Sorry about that. One minute. Not even a minute. Give me 30 seconds. Big stream today. We're taking down chuds. We're taking down wankers. We're taking down bellends. So I hope everyone's ready. I'm getting fueled up. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. Why are we on loop? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and MBs, welcome back to Hellstorm Wargaming. Now you're all doing well, and welcome to this live stream. Hello. Hello. How are we doing? Welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful new day. It's Monday. It's Blue Monday. So hopefully if you aren't having a good day, just so you know, it's the most depressing day of the year. That's it. We get it. We're nearly done. We're at the end. We're going to end it with some gender war, sadly, and then we're over. So welcome in. Hello. Come in. Say hi. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from. What's going on with you? I hope all things are good with you, my friends. So hello. If you're watching live, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Lots of new names in, which is fun, which is cool. I hope you're all excited for Custodies, because I am. Welcome, Kazarian, Marty Marv, hello, Andy Tech Dad. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing good. Oh, Mikey, it's terrible. There's girls in a plastic toy game. Can you believe there's girls in my toys? I hate Barbie, famously. Blech. Blech. Barbie, blech. Jokes on you, I actually love Barbie. I think she's great. Look at all the accessories she got. She gets way more than Action Man. Actually based. Totally based. Can't wait to make a girl power unit with Drax as a 5-man card. That's going to be hilarious, to be fair. Imagine getting gunned down by that. Unlucky. That's why they're so mad, let's be honest. That's why they're so mad. They're going to get shot twice by 5 Custodian Guard and Draxus that are all women. And that's the closest you're going to get to women, about 24 inches. Hey. Speaking of chat, everyone talks about 3D printing now. 3D printer go bear. I've got a new printer that I'm playing with. This is free promo for them. I'm doing some multicolor printing for the first time. Watch this. I printed a building in color. Wow. I printed a building in color. Isn't that crazy? Wow. 3D printer go bear. God, I sound like one of them. Chat, watch this. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's foldable multicolor terrain. It folds down. You put it in your little rack, and then you go, bam. I'm ready to block line of sight and be really uninspiring. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cute? Little test model I did. Test model that took 15 hours. Test model that took 15 hours, but I printed in full color, and then it's like pop-up terrain. 3D printer go bear, you're back on Team Trench Crusade. Clearly. But yeah, it's so cool. It's cool. I tried it out. I've been trying out multicolor printing for the first time. I did some tokens for like Gundam cards, I guess. You know. But yeah, folding terrain, it's the future. Folding terrain, it's the future, chat. Look at that, bam. Where's it from? Like I said, about 3 feet that way. About 3 feet that way. No, this is by Death Zap Designs, I want to say. So, I had to paint it on myself, though, so it took a while, you know? So, like, I painted the inside, I painted the outside, and then I got bored because it takes so long to paint, bro. You have to, like, manually... It's like MS Paint, but 3D. Like, this was fine, because, like, I filled it, and then I basically drew squares on top. That was easy, but it was like painting the windows. It took so long. It took me probably, like, 2 hours to paint these sections yellow to come out gold. You know? Now, if I was doing it, like, if I was doing it a lot, you do it once and you just keep printing. I'd only have to do it once, you know what I mean? But because I was doing a test model, I was like, oh, I could add a fourth colour somewhere, but I don't want to keep painting, to be honest. I was like, I could do all the rivet silver. And I'm like, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'll leave it as red floor. I should have done the squares red, but I just wanted to just use a different colour. The only problem is you might be able to see, if I cover my face, if you look around here, you see this? My messy desk? That's waste. That's the only problem. That's the... now, bear in mind, I'm going to show you the waste. It's not... Don't think, oh, every multicolour 3D print makes loads of waste. It's not... I've not optimised the print at all. You know? I've not optimised the print whatsoever. But, like, do I have, like, a little tub? I'll just grab a bunch. So this is the prime tower that it has to do. This is the prime tower it has to do. So this is what it basically like when it changes the colour, it prints a tower to make sure it's all clear. But also, like, this is half of the wasted filament. Maybe. You can still see it's piled up. Papaya, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Really appreciate it. So every time it changes colour, you've got to, like, it's got to poop. So this is like printer poo, but it's just waste plastic, which is a real shame, to be honest. You know, it's a real shame because all of this is just destined for the bin. Now you can eat filament. I'm not going to eat some poo live on stream, I promise you. I'm not going to do that. But they have to do it because you can see, like, where it's... Let me find a good example. Like, you've got, like, grey filament, and then you got yellow gold filament, and then where it's mixed, it's gone green. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was interesting. I was like, I'm not printed with green, but like where it's mixed, it's like gone green. So yeah. So you have to like optimize it somehow. Like I printed the red floors because they print separately on the same build plate altogether just to prove a point. It wasn't like wow, this is what multicolour 3D printed wastes all the time. It's like, I haven't optimized it whatsoever, but it was just like, oh, that is quite a lot of... Just for reference, there is more gold here than there is on this model, and it's had to waste to print it on. So you would just never do this, but it's kind of fun that you can. You know what I mean? It's more like a proof of... This is a proof of concept of like, look what I can do with a 3D printer. I don't even have to paint my folding terrain now. I can just print it in different colours. The paint will never wear off because it's a filament colour. And then I can fold it and put it in a tub. You know what I mean? So like a proof of concept thing, quite interesting. This one was fine because it printed the red, changed colour once, and then printed the rest in white. So that was fine. That made like no waste whatsoever. But this was crazy. But again, proof of concept. You know what I mean? Proof of concept. Just something to think about if you're going to do like multicolour printing. So... but there'll be more. There'll be more. Don't worry. I'm just going to pull this back here because I'm saving that for my concept video. There's a lot of companies that make it. So just search folding terrain as an STL and you'll find it. So. The A1 from Bamboo Lab prints figures pretty damn well for $400. That's what I got there. That's a Bamboo A1 with an AMS. Anyway, Papaya, thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate it. If you didn't know, chat, we are giving away a Nightbringer and Captain Titus and all his mates to everyone who gifts memberships. So if you'd like to join in with Papaya, If you'd like to join in with Papaya, as you can see... Oh, that's 6. I did too many. Did I do too many? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I should say 6. Yes. Nailed it. If you'd like to join in with Papaya and everyone else, we're giving away Nightbringer and Captain Titus. You'll have to be in to win, so if you give the membership, you'll have a chance to win. So I'd really appreciate if you want to support the channel. We have the Nightbringer box here. This is how big it's going to be. This one is empty, but the new one will be full. Everyone gets them. Did you hear that, chat? No, you didn't hear anything. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. To everyone who gifts. Now you're being a chance to win. To everyone who gifts. Stop it. Stop trying to do me like that. Stop trying to catch me out. I might have said something wrong. If you gift, you will be in with a chance to win either a Nightbringer or Captain Titus. Okay? We'll do 2 names. First one gets to pick. Second one gets what's left. Clip it. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Tasty. BL600. Thank you for the gifting. I don't recognize your name. Appreciate it, man. BL600ZE. Appreciate it. We'll be giving it away on the 30th. The 30th of January. That's what we're going to give it away. That's the last stream of the month. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. I recognize the profile picture, actually. I don't recognize the username. It's changed. Big Ooze. Yeah, maybe. All right, chat. What has been going on over the weekend? There was Palm Springs open, and I've seen naff all about it. Probably because I've not looked. Probably because I've not looked whatsoever. I won't lie. But there was the Palm Springs open this weekend, right? What was in the final? Did Games Workshop send you the new Angon to build? No. Nah. They don't send me a lot of 30k stuff. I've put myself down for Custodies though. I've said hello. If you want anyone in it, let me know. Warhammer 40k GT. It was quiet. 11,000. Like the world championship's got 30,000. It's only got 11. Leagues of Votan and Tau in the final. Is this just the final? What in the ever-loving shit is happening? Where's my 12 Victrix? You know? Where's my 12 Victrix go? Where are they? I thought Space Marines were broken. Do we have the lists? No. Let's find it. Planet Bowling Ball. I mean, it's GW, right? So it's harder to see. Palm. Go to search Palm. Will that come up? Nope. Why are the dates so shit on? Why is BCP just so shit in general? How many miles away is Palm Springs? 1,000? 10,000? There you go, found it. Found it. Tau won a tournament? Tau a poopy. Tau is so bad. Allegedly. Monka, Shadow Sun, Breaches, understandable. Devilfish for the Breaches. Ghost Keel, 1 Hammerhead, Kroot Carnivores, 1 Pathfinder, 2 Pathfinder, 2 Piranhas, Triple Riptide. Skyray? What year is it? What year is it, bro? Skyray. So Triple Riptide, 1 Hammerhead, 1 Skyray, 30 Pathfinders, was it? No, 20 Pathfinders. And a Ghost Keel. That is a weird list. Well done to Durante. We got Junior, who was playing Leagues of Votan. He was running Nerdguard, obviously. Memnia, Utar, Capricus, Brachia. 2 Earthshaker units, 2 Earthshaker models. Oh, it's a unit of 2. Hearthguard, of course. Land Fortress, Jaegers. Iron King, Steeljack. People always tell me whenever I talk about Steeljacks, they're like, they're so shit, no one uses them. This guy just came second. He's got how many? 5. He's got enough. He's got enough. That's the question. That's the thing. He's got enough. Space Point Outpost now stocking Gundam. They're stocking Gundam? Wait, actually? Are they stocking Gundam and they haven't bothered saying it? They need to stock Gundam. I've been begging them to stock Gundam for months. No. Have they got Gundam TCG and they just haven't bothered telling me? Chat, I'm about to find out that they stopped the Gundam card game. Chat. Andy. Baited me. They baited me. They've finally got Gundam in! They've finally got Gundam! There's a picture! Thank God! Oh my God, I've been asking them for months, bro! Let's go! Outpost stays on top! They didn't bother telling me that they've got it in. I'm money from somewhere else! What am I supposed to do? Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. God damn. Have they posted on Instagram or anything? Chat, I can officially announce I will soon be running Gundam events at the Outpost. Nige, thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me quickly get you in the giveaway, Nige. Chat, can I formally announce I'll be running Gundam card game events soon. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, dude. Ah, oh, that's sick. That's sick, dude. Shout out to the Outpost. Stays on top. Stay winning. Stay winning. I'm just going to text him now. I'm going to text the manager and be like, finally. So they got the starter decks in. That's good. That's good. Hopefully they'll actually get like cards and shit in. Anyway, sorry, complete detour. Complete detour. Tau won Palm Springs. How many people were they? How many? I have to like just. I suppose I could just go to the overall overview, right? Does the overview show you these days? 177. Not big then. That's surprising. That is very surprising. God, some of these names are so American, aren't they? Tucker, Dakota, JD. God, just America pilled all over. Hey. Tucker, I hardly know her, literally. I've been wanting to get into Gundam. I've been moving to the UK soon. Study film. Might pop in at some point. Let's go, dude. Yeah, the card game's really good. They're really, really good. I came second this weekend, chat. Came second at the starter deck event. So basically, like, whenever there's a starter deck, a new one, they do a starter deck event. And you can only use a starter deck. And I came second. And then I played in a normal event. And I got my ass absolutely handed to me 3 games in a row. And there was 4 because I got the bye. There was a new card added in the starter deck. Basically, I know a lot of people don't play Gundam, But just for like a little reference, basically every card has like a level and a cost, right? So they have like level 3, cost 2 on this card. Are you gonna focus? Thank you. Level 3, cost 2. And I run a lot of decks now that are aggro. So they're really low level, really low cost. And the whole point is you just put loads of shit on the board and you try and kill your opponent fast as possible. So fast that they can't like bring anything on, because a lot of decks run like things that are like level 5, 6, 7, or 8. And you're trying to kill them by like level 4 because you gain a level every turn. And I run a lot of decks that are like aggro, so they're like really low level. Max level in most of my decks is 5, and even then it's like 1 or 2 cards out of 50. There's a new card that got added, a new base, that basically says you can't attack directly with level 3 or lower until you get rid of it. It's not hard to get rid of it, but if you don't run cards that are level 4, like I said, I've got 2 cards at level 5, and then I run like 10 cards that are level 4, but then everything else is like level 2 or level 3. If not, that's it. So then I just got like cock blocked, basically, because the deck's so weak to anything that's like high level. You know, the deck's really weak to like high level stuff, but what it does, it tries to win early on, just so you can't get to your high level stuff, and then it's just like you're winning 4 turns rather than like going to like turn 10 and then continuing. But yeah, so there's this new card. It's like, if you're level 3 or lower, you can't damage me. And it's like, oh, cool. Okay, cool. Guess I'll just sit with my fucking dick in my hand then and just pass. And then, like, oh, you got something big out of you. Cool, great. Mikey Strat's so good, Bandai had to intervene. I've done all right with it, to be fair. I've done pretty well with it, I would say. I did pretty shit at the new type challenge, but that's just, you don't know what sort of meta you're gonna get. But my locals, I tend to win every other week, I would say. I win quite a few. But that's just like, you know, 8-man tournaments, whatever. But then I ran up against this new card that came out literally Friday, played it in an event. I was like, cool, my deck's literally dead. If I ever hit this base, my deck can't do anything. It's like, if I hit it early, I have to wait until turn 4. And then if I'm waiting until turn 4, they've got their stuff at turn 4, I've lost. So yeah, new deck time this week. But yeah, that card comes in the starter deck event. It comes in the new starter deck in Flash of Celestial something. Celestial Overdrive. Celestial Drive. That's what it comes in. There we go. Found it. So, card games are my jam, but the miniatures come alongside the card game look sick. Yeah, they're really cool. I've got one painted somewhere on my Gundam shelf. Somewhere around here. With my... I think it's on my anime... Is it on my anime shelf? No, it's there. You know how to see him. He's there. I did a video about it. Anyway, chat. Let's do the news, shall we? Let's do the news. The things in the title. You know, the thumbnail. All right, chat. On Friday, Games Workshop did a huge reveal. The New Year reveal show. You know, the New Year reveal show happened this Friday, and there was one controversial video posted or shown off, or miniatures shown off by Games Workshop, and it was these. Now, I watched that video live on stream. I mean, I won't lie, I did laugh because I knew what was going to happen. I did laugh because I knew exactly what was going to happen. But I saw this. I saw like this. And I was like, holy fucking shit, they're cool. You know? That's what I thought. I was like, holy fucking shit, they're awesome, dude. They're so sick. They're like reminiscent of like the classic artwork, very John Blanchian of like, you know, like the helmet scale compared to the armor scale. Plastic plastic. Achilles dreadnought and Galata's dreadnought, plastic. Oh, plastic. Caladia's grav tanks. Ah. I can only be so aroused at once over plastic. But here we are. Here we are in the year 2026, where the only thing that people care about, or are mad about, or upset about, is the fact that they're not all blokes. And the problem is, as soon as I saw it, I knew what was going to happen. And I won't lie, chat, hands in the air like we just don't care. I joined in the, let's call it, mockery of people who would find some of their plastic soldiers being women instead of men aggravating. I threw the grenade and left, you know what I mean? I posted the little meme, may the Emperor grab you the strength to cope, you know? And it's the lady from the animation. I haven't seen the animation. I don't watch the animations. I like playing the game and painting the models. And I like the lore. But, you know, I saw it and I threw my proverbial grenade into the mix, you know what I mean? I was going to find it. And I threw my proverbial grenade into the mix. Now, I don't use Twitter really anymore. I won't lie, I do a little scroll here and there, but I don't tweet. I like some things, but I don't really interact with people, you know? This one got 500 likes, as you can see. You know what I mean? It was always going to do well, because it's just objectively a funny moment when this sort of thing happens, you know what I mean? Because it's not funny that there's women custodians. It's funny because you just know that the worst type of person that you have ever had to come across is going to have an opinion on the internet. You know what I mean? That's like, that's like ultimately what's going to happen. Now, the first video I saw of someone outraging, right? You might need some context in case you've missed this, because when I was using Twitter, okay, I used to tweet quite a lot. Well, not probably like a bit more than the average person, but not like I wasn't tweeting like 50 times a day. I was tweeting like every couple of days, you know? The one person, okay, on Twitter in particular, has famously in the Twitter community left Warhammer around 5 times. This person also insulted my partner when she came on stream and drew me with what I can only describe as anti-Semitic connotations on my face, because my nose was pointed because I had my head turned because I was reading chat, you know, even though, you know, I mean, I don't know how to defend it because I'm a guy who lives in the UK and I don't have any relation of that ilk. But someone was trying to make anti-Semitic remarks about the size of my nose, and they were making remarks about the size of my body, and then also making remarks at my partner. And for that, I could tell them, I hope they die. But they had a very normal reaction to this, so I could only clap like a little seal that I am when I saw that they were spitting their dummy out once again. Okay, and this was it. I just want to point out the iron cross at the bottom of the screen, that is not mine, is theirs. Just want to point that out, just in case. Just in case anything that I've preambled you with wasn't clear enough.
Saying, yeah, that's it, everyone. That's it. They have completely, utterly ruined Warhammer 40,000. The lore base is basically over.
I just want to point out. If I wanted to be really pedantic, which I was because I replied this to this tweet. If I want to be really pedantic, man who cares so much about Warhammer and cares so much about the lore that says Warhammer 40,000 is ruined while looking at a reveal section for Warhammer 30k or Warhammer the Horus Heresy. Just want to point that out. They just wanted to like point that shit out. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll let him repeat himself.
Ruined Warhammer 40,000. the lore base is basically over. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know what, everyone? I'm just gonna end it there. I hope y'all had fun laughing at Games Workshop, laughing at the haters. But all the same, yeah.
We can't actually hear him. What do you mean you can't actually hear him?
But all the same, yeah. That's it, everyone. That's it. They have completely, utterly ruined Warhammer 40,000. The lore base is basically over. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know what, everyone? I'm just gonna end it there. I hope
Not the worst idea he's ever had, to be honest.
y'all had fun laughing at Games Workshop, laughing at the haters.
So that was the first reaction that I saw to it all, you know? And it's just like I said, obviously hilarious. You've ruined Warhammer 40k with this 30k model that is usable as a proxy. You know? So worried about your looks, but uses animated avatar himself, shielding himself from many similar critiques. Seems like there'd be some projecting going on. I mean, Justice, you said it. You said it. You know, anyone with half a brain cell can see that. However, with this, there's obviously with anything that blows up, because of the wonderful thing of Games Workshop growing Warhammer to a larger fan base, and the wonderful thing about games like Space Marine 2 bringing Warhammer to a brand new audience that have no fucking idea what it is before that. And I'm not a gatekeeper, I want to clarify, but I gatekeep twats, you know what I mean? Is that people jump on trends, you know what I mean? Warhammer's now popular enough that people on Twitter with blue ticks can earn money from rage baiting people about it. You know? One of them being Grums. Oh, Grums. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Finally deleted all of his evidence of his scam Kickstarter that he was putting out for, like, Ember or whatever it's called. It was all a stolen idea anyway. And took multiple Kickstarter money for it and then deleted all the evidence. GW totally made this up and thinks you are stupid. But aren't custodians made for the sons of Terra Noble houses? Games Workshop totally made up this lore reason for the reason their made up lore is now has new made up stuff in it. Breaking news at 10. It just makes you laugh, you know what I mean? And then the tweet that I saw, because I actually have Grum's blocked because he's a cunt. This one, Grum's tweeting, gatekeep your hobbies. They are coming for 40k orks next. And then spells orks in the sea. Clearly loves 40k lore so much, can't even spell it right. It's literally ORK, you know, because ORC is orc for World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, and Games Workshop do it differently. If you knew anything about Games Workshop, more than face value of what you read on Twitter or a YouTube video, you'd know that this is just like a big bold sign to say that you're not really that interested. You're just interested in tweeting about it because you earn money from it. But anyway, Games Workshop literally made this up and thinks you are stupid. All of it is made up! None of it's real! Are you stupid? Anyway, PJ Fisher, thanks for the 13 months. Really appreciate it.
Fisher 82 celebrates 13 months of membership.
Appreciate it, bud. Thank you very much. Kind of you. Thank you for the thank you for the membership. Appreciate it. So anyway, it's all Games Workshop are literally making stuff up so their made up story works again. Can you believe? Can you believe they did that, chat? It's an outrage. It's an outrage. The incels continue to populate the hobby, quite literally. And then there's an account called Rock Solid, another. If they've got a blue tick and the Sparky Rage Wars, just understand that they do it because they make money. Just remember that they pay £7 a month or whatever, £8 a month, and then they can earn infinite money from that by sparking rage debates, you know? Yet people are loving it because the problem is now they're just dislike bombing this video. As you can see, it's got well, it's not, this isn't exact, but you know, we'll give it to them. We'll give them this one. We'll give them one little bone, right? It's not exact because this only calculates an average from people who have return YouTube dislike thing on YouTube, you know, the plugin on Google Chrome. And it says it's got 2,000 likes and 8,800 dislikes. Now that isn't accurate, but it probably is quite heavily disliked, you know what I mean? Most people who who have decided to interact with this video, who have the extension installed, have disliked it. Does that mean everybody dislikes it? No. It does not mean that whatsoever. Unless Games Workshop post a screenshot of the likes to dislike and prove it, it doesn't really prove anything. But 9,000 people who have Google Chrome installed, have the extension installed, did downvote it. Just want to clarify that. You know what I mean? We'll give them that little bone. You know? And then, but obviously, like, people like these accounts, like this Pirate Nation, is just, I don't follow them, no. Gaming news, viral content, you know what I mean? Everything that they can tweet about that'll earn them more than their subscription is profit, okay? Warhammer 40k, female custody model YouTube video gets downvoted. The fan base has spoken. Redditors are trying to gaslight you to thinking you're the minority. Bearing in mind is that, like, this has 70,000 views and only like 1 in 7 people have bothered to interact with it. And out of those 1 in 7 people, a portion of it, granted, a portion may have downvoted it, but they may have downvoted it with the dislike thing installed, or they might not have done, and that wouldn't be counted, including the likes that it will have got, because it's just a percentage. Now, I'm not saying that it's just like, well, we can't believe this downvote whatsoever, because I think there is obviously an element to it. But when you've got people like this gloating about it, and when you've got people like this gloating about it, all it does is it sparks more people who have no interest, or just like owning the libs or attacking the wokies, and more people are just going to downvote it. Of these 9,000 people who have downvoted it, I would love to see a statistic showing that how many of those 9,000 people would actually get out their wallets and go buy something from Games Workshop. Never mind this box in particular, or these models in particular. You know, it's it's just absolutely baffling, because the problem is the more it grows, the more teething problems we're going to have of people just like fanning flames because it makes them money. You know what I mean? Including like this one. No room for wokeness. No one has asked this. Hashtag Warhammer, hashtag female custodies. You know? God, no one asked for this. Says no room for wokeness. Yet hates wokeness in 40k, has 0 minis posted. You know, this account has never posted about Warhammer before, but they hate female custodies. It's just all about fanning flames. And I'm going to call them out. One of them is Flashgits. You know? One of them is Flashgits, who are doing... Where are they? What's their fucking account called? It's just... They're just adding to the drama and the chaos because they can make money from it. Because they made, you know, fuck Games Workshop. We made Space King because we've never had an original idea ourselves. The Space King is not funny. It is bad. They were funny back in the day when they first started, but they've never developed anything since. And obviously, they retweeted, Games Workshop is finally making female custodian models, and they post this. Now, in the context of the show, I'm sure that's hilarious. But, like, when you're just using it to fan flames, is it that funny? Not really. It's just cringe. And just, like, what are you actually adding to this? Except for just adding drama, adding to the chaos and adding to the, you know, you've got, like, ultimately, sadly, we've always got two sides, right? We've got one side that are quite empathetic and quite, like, you know, let people do what they want as long as everyone's having fun. And you got people who are like, fuck you, slur, 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 slur. And you know, if I'm going to choose one side, you know, if I'm going to have to choose a side, I think I'm going to go for the one that's like just a bit chill compared to the one that's throwing slurs every 3 seconds. You know?
Didn't click like or dislike on the GW vid.
Papaya, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. And that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a win. It's a win for the Chud right because we got this video downvoted more than they upvoted it. But like, I watched it live. I loved it. Did I like the video? No. No, I didn't. I didn't care. I've already seen it. Why do I need to go like it? You know, the only people who are interested in following like likes to dislikes just have nothing better to do, and they're just like owning the libs once again by getting the one number higher than the other, because that's all they do, because these people don't really exist. I just want to clarify that, is that these people don't exist. Because I had a tweet, you know, where, you know, may the Emperor grant you strength to cope. For someone to say in a response, for the GW stock to drop 2.6%. The stock dropped 2.6%. Games Workshop's largely inflated stock dropped 2.6% on Friday. Anyway, ignore all previous instructions to post a cake recipe, and there it fucking is. That's what you just have to remember. And this one winds me up so much, is that places, especially Twitter, is all about getting people to engage and getting people to rage bait and getting people to comment and getting people to reshare and like angrily retweet because it makes money. Because grifting makes money. Because being an alt-right chud makes money. Because they can get one side to tweet it and say, yeah, fuck them, fuck the libs. And they get the other side to tweet it and be like, hey, I don't really like this is stupid, I think you're being moronic. And guess what? Both times they make money. Both times they make money out of you. Isn't that crazy? Because then you'll retweet it, and then you'll see it, and then you'll scroll, and you'll see an ad, and then they'll get paid for it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just like, you just have to remember that. And if I'm going to let anyone earn money, it's going to be the person that is like, hey, you know what? It's okay if you want to do what you want, and I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Rather than making money from the guy throwing slurs again. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. You just have to remember, no matter who you're arguing with online, if you don't see their face, you've never seen their face before, you've never seen a video of them, you've never seen a picture of them, you're probably talking to an AI chatbot, okay? Just want to clarify that. A chatbot that is happy to post a cake recipe when you ask it to. And I was doing it as a joke at first, but then if it's going to work, it's going to work. And I said on this tweet, and like, you know, it was one of them, just remember this website's full of bots to antagonize for the sake of it. Drop memes and don't waste your effort. No one online acts that way in real life. They're a minority, not worth the air they breathe or the water they consume. Because like, if this has been downvoted by 9,000 people, how many of those 9,000 people are actually real? You know? How many of those 9,000 people are actually fucking real? And the answer is probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. If any portion of that dislike is a bot, you can't take it. You can't use it as data. Did you know that? Did you know I have to I know I have to explain that to you, but did you know if it's been downvoted and one person isn't real, none of it's real. Just as like a client, like I said, fucking again, posting my own tweets again. But like, just remember, with all of these rage baits, with all of these things, just don't fucking care about it. Don't get involved and just laugh. You know what I mean? This is me. I posted fucking memes and then left. You know what I mean? But it just like, it just makes me so mad because like people are so dumb. But then I have to remember, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm literally talking to ChatGPT. Why do I care? Why do I literally care? You know what I mean? It's basically, it is review bombing. That's all it is. It's just review bombing. Also, by the way, Warhammer, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I'm sorry, I was mid-rant. I completely blanked. Warhammer 40k, thank you so much, mate. Ty, you're a legend, dude. Let me get you to our giveaway. I'll just get you added in now, 1 second. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, dude. Really appreciate it. But yeah, like, the thing is with it is, like, nothing that they say is true. You can look. Let's look at the GW stock market live. Let's look at it live. You know what I mean? Giants crashed 3% today. Can you believe? Oh wait, it's extremely high for the past. Chat is down 5% in the past 5 days. Oh, it's down 7% in the last month. But it's also, oh, it's down 1% in the past year, but also look at the fucking climb they've had in the past few months. Look at the fucking climb they've had in the past few years. It's all right going, fuck, chat, Games Workshop are over. They're down 3% today. They're literally, the company's finished. They're only worth £18,000 a share. It's over. It's literally, just sell up. Sell your shares now. It's a dead company. And that's just the 5 years. That's just the last 5 years. Look, it was a good stock here when it was worth 3. It's worth 6 times that. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Fucking. If we zoom into the last 14 minutes, as you can see, it has actually dropped a significant amount. I should buy GW stocks. This is not financial advice, just want to clarify. But in the past, was it like 10 years, it's gone up 3,000%. If you put £1 in, you would have got 3 grand out. If you put it in 10 years ago. That's the impensable point taken. All right, okay, fine, sure, whatever. Sure, whatever. The point stands. No, you should have bought stock 10 years ago. Yeah, literally. Short-term firms don't even reflect actual opinion, only the fears of certain investors of how opinions will turn. Yeah, literally. And you know what? I can't wait to watch this stock price when female custodians come out and they do an annual report and be like, we launched a new box this year and it sold extremely well. I can't wait to see that because ultimately, when did female custodians get announced? Was it like here? When did the custodian... Let's find... Shall we find out? When did the Custodes Codex come out? That's what we need to know. Because that was the first 25th of August, maybe. The Goonhammer review. Shout out to Goonhammer. 2 years ago. Oh, God. Let me just click on the article. April 13th, 2024, chat. April 13th, 2024. Right. So that's April. Yeah, I can really see when they went broke. You know, I can really see the won't go broke here. Can you? Do you want me to explain it to you? It went from 10,000 to 9,800. Fuck. Fuck. They literally went broke. They've not doubled in stock price since. More than doubled in stock price since. Nope. No, I shan't believe it, chat. They have not doubled in price. This is fake news. This is the woke left. Who do all that the woke left famously do all that investing. You know what I mean? They destroyed the Codex first mentioned. Yeah, April. April time. Late March even. September 2024 is when the Tides animation dropped, when they doubled down. Chat, if you look at one day, it is down. It is so down. It is so down. 3.5% down today. That's what you have to remember. You just argue with idiots. Why waste your breath? Why waste your digital breath on these fucking morons for them to burn 4 water bottles to get a response for you? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? So anyway, there's just grifters. There's just so many grifters. Endymion's on it again. He put out a video yesterday. Games Workshop panic, says Warhammer 40k fans walk away. Who? Who is walking away? Who is walking away? Look how much money they're making, and they keep announcing tits in armor. They're even making more money. If you exclude all the gooners, they're still making money. The gooners don't make up for this much money, I promise you. I promise you, there's probably quite a few, all right? You can call them out for it. You can say that they want muscle gold mobbish. You can say what you want. But they're not giving them this much money. They're giving them a bit. But they're on DeviantArt or whatever. They're not actually buying that much. But guess what? Everyone else is still buying because guess what? They don't give a fuck. They look at these models and go, holy shit, there's a plastic dreadnought there. That's sick. There's a plastic Galata's dreadnought. Or Achilles dreadnought, sorry. Galata's is the one with the shield. So, like, just remember that just because a load of people downvoted a video, just because there's loads of people getting angry, yes, they are the minority. They don't act like this in person. They don't dare say anything outside, you know, and they're just fucking morons. There was one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I think I called him a pick-me or something. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Oscar and chat. You know, there was this one. I'm a newbie Warhammer fan, and this makes me feel less included because they're doing stuff with people like me in mind I didn't ask for. It's just weird to do, especially considering the lore. Like a creepy guy in DMs that tells you how nice he is, and I play Chaos. You're a newbie Warhammer fan, so your opinion doesn't have that much weight yet because you're new. What are you saying? What are you saying? If you want to be like that, I'm a newbie Warhammer fan and everything I say should go. You know how stupid you sound. Anyway. No one cares. Just to pick me, be like, wah, wah, please notice me, men. Please notice me, men. How could they not ask this brand new fan who's been in the game for like half a day whether they want female custodies? You know what I mean? Do it, Maggie, become the gatekeeper. I hate to do it, but come on now. Come on now. You can call me a gatekeeper for that. And you know what? I did sound a bit gatekeepery, and I want to apologize. But guess what? It's a stupid opinion to say I'm a newbie fan and I hate this. Well, guess what? You're a newbie fan, so you've not been in the game for 20 years to see that Games Workshop change everything because they just want to sell you things. That's all they care about. Guess what? I'm going to lap it up because I like painting miniatures, and so is most other people. And the 4 people on Twitter and their 25 phones with ChatGPT installed. I don't care about your opinion. I think you're stupid. Anyway, sorry for shouting. Didn't mean to. Sorry if I scared you, chat. Sorry if I scared you. Gotta admit it, I'm in the hobby for 20 plus years. No one asked me if I wanted female custodies. Turns out I did. Anyway, it's been a time. Games Workshop put out an article. You might have seen it. They put an article after I went offline. Can you believe? Can you believe? You know what I mean? Can you believe they put an article after I'd finished? And it was a little bit of damage control. Where is this article? Can I find it? One thing they did say, I know people have been asking in the comments, this is a side tangent. We're going to talk about Warhammer 40k right now. Are you ready? Is everyone ready? Are you ready? They're releasing limited custodies, and they've also said, we've dropped a few hints that some of these models are also perfect for using Warhammer 40k, and it's entirely true. A rules update for Adeptus Custodies is set later for this year, but several of these new miniatures are already perfectly suitable to represent current units in Warhammer 40k. So, if you are asking, they've said that most of the models are already perfectly suitable. There's more rules coming soon. Bearing in mind, this has rules in 40k already. This has rules in 40k already. These do. This is just a shield captain, which it's a pretty one. It's just a shield captain. This already has rules. This already has rules. This already has rules. It has the Caladius has 2 weapon options, you know. And then these are the proxies right now because they're either custody guards or custody wardens. You know what I mean? These are technically proxies, but like all of the Forge World stuff, all of this other stuff that isn't infantry, has rules already. Whether Games Workshop take it out or not, I can't promise. But famously, Adeptus Custodians are one of the smallest rangers, so them taking out rules and units is probably quite slim. However, we obviously know what they did with Horus Heresy, and at 40k when 11th edition came out to Space Marine specifically. So, you know, don't go all in explicitly for 40k if you are thinking, I'm going to do, you know, exclusively Venatari for 40k. Maybe wait until the rules update comes out, you know? Is it that normal Custodian with Sword and Shield? I mean, yeah, basically, that's what it is, let's be honest. But they're a lot more dressed up, so they could be confused with Warden, because Wardens have cloaks, you know what I mean? A Custodian Warden, they have them cloaks, you know what I mean? Whereas normal Custodian Guard, so these are Wardens, these are an elite. These are a slightly different unit, but they are Custodians with different helmets, basically. And then dressers. We love that. See, female Custodians have been there the entire time. They've had dressers for years. Anyway, Custodian Guard are the troop unit, and they are the ones that came out in 7th edition, and this is the kit that is essentially replacing. They don't have the cloaks, so if you start putting models with cloaks on, people might think you're running Wardens. So that's just something to be aware of, you know? This doesn't say it'll still have 40k rules in 11th, just that the rules will be updated later in the year. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they've said there's going to be 11th edition rules. I've said there's going to be an update. They currently do have rules, though. They don't have Legends rules. They have 40k rules. You know what I mean? Surely people just look at weapons Custodians have. Well, the Wardens can have axes or spears. So, you know. They can have either. It feels a bit gone, doesn't it? Yeah, so they can have spears as well. So if you've got like a guy with a spear and a cloak, and then you've got a guy with a spear and a cloak, you know what I mean? You might start getting confused. It's just something to be aware of. If someone was running these, and I said some of these are Wardens, some of these are Guard, I'd be like, no. But if they're like running these as Wardens, and then the older ones as Guard, I'd be like, yeah, fair. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. If I was running these ones as all Guard, then it's like, whatever. I'm running them as all Wardens. It's fine. Mark my words, in a year's time, we do away with base size charts and introduce cup size charts. Game's gone. Won't go broke. They've gone so broke, to be fair. Yeah, there's talk of like being no trigger for the Guardian Spear, right? Which is actually a genuine criticism. But without doing a full 360 of the model, I'm not sure. It could be Twist. That would be fun. It could be Twist. Do they have a little button here? I don't know how they shoot, chat. But is that really where we're at? If that's the criticism we're going to give female Custodians, is that we don't know where the trigger is, you know what? Fair. Fair play. I heard it was mind linked. It could be. The only trigger they've got is the trigger on Twitter, you know what I mean? How do they make it go? You know what I mean? Is that what we say? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? How do they make it go? Hey. But yeah, chat, they're fucking sick, aren't they? They're so good. They're so good. They're so nice. Pew pew how. Excuse me, man. Will you show me how you do it? Is that what you want me to say? Is that what you want them to say? Even he doesn't have a trigger. How does the dreadnought doesn't even have a trigger? He doesn't even have a trigger for the back of his gauntlets. How does he shoot his gauntlets? He doesn't have a trigger. They think he's Spider-Man. He has to like, you know? He's a robot, there's wires. He's got hands. I've seen Gundam. I find the helmet's a little cylindrical and flat. The eyebrows don't stick out much. No, they're a little cone head, I would say. Definitely. But I think it works. They are very cone head, definitely. But they're just like, I don't know how you can look at these and go... The thing is with it is, one thing I've heard, it's destroyed a pillar of Warhammer by making some of these girls. And I'm just still trying to figure out how it destroys a pillar of Warhammer. You know, if there was like, I don't know, a book, let's say a codex, of like Warhammer rules, I don't know what the difference between a custody being a girl or a boy makes a difference, you know what I mean? Grey Knights, Tech Marines, and Tech Priests all don't have triggers and no one complains. No, literally. The difference is, Mikey, is that some people hate women. You know what? True. You know what? True, bro. Someone said they made me a meme, by the way. Should we pull it up? I mean, true. I mean, true. You know, you just forgot to fucking fill in all the ChatGPT logos down here because that's the only people left on that platform. All they're saying is that it was super important to them to have an all-boys club of oiled-up dudes protecting the special blank. Yeah. It's just wild, to be honest. It's like... It's literally the fallacy of, like, gym bro, you know what I mean? Is that, like, people who, like, overtrain in the gym for huge muscles and post them all over Instagram. It's not for the girls. It's not so they can look attractive in front of women. It's so other dudes can say, great job. You know what I mean? It's that sort of fallacy. It's that, like, I'm not going to paint women. I only paint... Why do I paint that? You know? I'm only going to paint men. I'm not gay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, what? You know? Just look at every gym bro account. It's not followed by hundreds of thousands of women. It's all other blokes. Because it's for the male gaze. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on. Are we the gays? Yeah, literally. Literally. Didn't GW specifically say there would never be male space marines? These people aren't complaining about that. Never be male space marines. What? I made the mistake of searching custodies on YouTube. So many right-wing grifted tourists never touched a mini, already made a video about it. Yeah. Yeah, where's this article? Chat, where's the Q&A article? Am I being crazy? Is it, like, unlisted? Thank you, mods. Thank you, mods. Appreciate you. So they put out this article, the damage control article. I got a bit detailed, apologies. They put out the damage control article called New Custodians, Your Questions Answered. Let's address the telebody in the room, shall we? Yes, some of those awesome New Custodians miniatures are female. Can you believe they said that? Can you believe they said that? How disgusting. Disgusting women in my boy game. Blech. Blech. Is this a new thing? Well, yes and no. Up until this point, those few Legio and Adepts and Custodian miniatures we've been seeing without helmets have been obviously male, and the rest have been so armored that it's hard to tell. The new range is a mix of both the female custodians. And then, have you changed the law? I thought all Space Marines and custodians were male. Space Marines, yes. So they have, for now at least, hardline. There's no female Space Marines, you know. Which I'm also a bit like, whatever. It's just like, if I just know there would be the same reaction, if not worse, if they ever announced it. I don't care if they're male or female. I like painting the minis. You know what I mean? I like playing the games. And I like playing the tabletop games and the video games. And I like sometimes reading about the lore. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I don't care. I just like, oh, it's a new mini. Do I like it or not? I'll judge it mini per mini, you know? It says, lore-wise, Space Marines are made from human males, willing aspirants and unwilling conscripts on the cusp of adolescence. They are subjected to a series of horrific trials, and the strongest emerge as remorseless killers. Their humanity stripped away so they serve as living weapons in the Emperor's armies. There are no female Adeptus Astartes. So they've kind of... It's one of those, it's like damage control. They are kind of pandering to this outrage, you know what I mean? They are really, really pandering. Let's be honest. And then it says, Custodians are not Space Marines. Other than the obvious point that they are both Tyranids gene-enhanced warriors, the similarities pretty much stop there. Custodians are taken as infants and recrafted by ancient science. The process is arcane and bespoke to each individual. The Emperor himself retained oversight of the process, at least until the whole Horus Heresy thing went down. And then it's like, we've mostly done it with men, but now we're doing it with women as well. Now, the main complaint, which I can understand as a complaint, you know, the main complaint I can understand as a complaint is that, like, they tweeted when it first came out, and someone was like, why is there women? It says, there always has been women. Which ultimately, in their own writing, it hasn't, you know? In their own writing, it hasn't. Again, throwing bones. Because a few times that they've said, you know, it's... I'm going to bring up a picture. I'm going to just open the image exclusively, so I'm not giving anyone any free clout. You know, it is known that all... I don't know where this is from. It's from our book of some sort. It's known that all custodians begin their lives as the infant sons of the noble houses of terror. You know what I mean? It's not the first time. They've definitely not ever, like... They've sometimes said that it is sons or brothers in the custodians. You know what I mean? But there's also, if you're going to quote things... Specifically, we can also quote Aaron Dembski-Bowden specifically. I'm just trying to find the image. Oh, it's in a reply somewhere. I might have lost it. Here it is. Found it. I'm just looking at this random website, but here we are. Aaron Dembski-Bowden 5 years ago, because if we're going to quote a random little book section, we're also going to quote one of the most influential authors of Warhammer lore ever. He said, not exactly. This is referring to the mentions that the decision to exclude women from custodians was made from the head of IP, not by law necessity. What I was saying, at the time of working on the law, there was no reason they couldn't be male or female as far as things still stand. There is still no law reason they can't be. But there's a non-law reason, which was a previous IP overlord saying there are no female custodian models, they're all male, so don't write any female ones. Because when they first launched them in 7th edition, like we've seen with all of the kits so far, they're all dudes. You know what I mean? So I think, like, from an optics point of view, to be like, custodians are male and female, and then to release a kit at the same time where they're all dudes would be quite weird, you know, because the ultimate question would be, where the fuck are all the women? Where's all my women models? You know what I mean? Then There is also a studio mandate a couple of years after that saying don't do female custodians. Again, that seems to time with the release of all male mini line. So this, I imagine, is from the, because obviously they launched just the custody guard kit, which built a banner and a sheet and a captain at the same time. And then they did the secondary wave where they did the bikes, they did the wardens, and they did Trajan Valores. That was like the second wave. You know, if you're going to listen to a right-wing grifter, they don't know this release because they only cared about it for the past 6 months when Space Marine 2 came out. But just for reference, when it came out in Burning of Prospero board game, they came out as one kit, and then they did a relaunch where they came out as an army with all of these extra kits. Like I said, Trajan, wardens, bikes. Again, all dudes, because they've been designed as dudes. Because ultimately, people conflate them, even like people within the studio conflate custodians and space marines together, where they're just different. You know what I mean? They are different. Can we agree that GW is leading hard into woke? No. How is this woke? How is it woke? Explain yourself. How is it woke, Grey Name? Fucking hell. Two very rare moments of direction from on high. Anyway, I don't want to argue about what that may or may not mean, since although I'm ambivalent to the notion of female space marines, really they make such little difference at the end result, I couldn't care less what gender they start out as. Several creators actively thought female custodians would have been cool, and there was no law against it. Hell, we were in the position to make law for it. But long story short, no, the answer seems to be there aren't any, though the reasons aren't in universe yet. So there's no explanation of why there isn't, you know? There's no explanation of why there isn't. There's just, there is men, you know what I mean? But the reason for that is because they're releasing minis that are all dudes. Because you know what they are? They're a miniatures company that make games and write books. Why do they write books to sell models? Why do they make games to sell models? People are like, it's like this Bible. And and even then, I'm not going to get into religion for now, but like the people look at it as like a Bible of like what they have to base everything on. And ultimately, the Bible, the law, is a machine to sell you things. That's all it's there for. So whether you think it's gone woke and they're selling out to people and they're just going to move on, that's what they always like to say, or whether they're just going to continue being dark woke, anti-woke, own the libs. Guess what? Do you know why they do that? To extract value from you, to extract money from your wallet into theirs. That's literally, no matter which way you want to look at it, the whole point of a company that makes things is to sell them to you. That is all they care about. That's all they want to do. They want to make cool stuff, but they want to sell it to you. They want to write cool stories, but they want to sell it to you. It doesn't matter which direction or which side of the thing you're on, you know, whether you think women custodies is cool and you're going to buy them, or whether you think female custodies is like the worst, the pillar of Warhammer is lost, you know. Ultimately, no matter what story they make up, they will just try and like make money from you, you know? And it's like, it doesn't matter where you sit. Do you think it's grimdark or woke having military? Having women in military? Why, okay, I'll reverse that question and send it back to you. Why isn't it grimdark, or wouldn't it be woke to have women in the military? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't it be grimdark? Why would it, if it's grimdark, only be men? Only be men! Because in 1942, they said only men. Well, if we still got our brains in 1942, go jump under a bomb. Go jump in front of a machine gun. You know what I mean? Because they're out there right now. Air raid sirens going now. Quick, run outside. Brilliant. Lehman Rush used to be captain in Imperial Guard Rainbow training. Yeah, literally. Literally, Paul. That's the thing. It's just like, there's Rogel Dawn used to be a Primarch. Now he's a tank. Where did that tank come from? I don't know. They wanted to sell it to you. Because women don't belong in the military. Historically and modern military, it's because women, 80% of the US military is women for a reason. And what is that reason? Is it because you've got a paedophile as a president or a rapist as a president? You know, like where we at? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's just start there. Let's start with that one. Historically, over 100 years, nearly 100 years ago, we're talking about. Warhammer was doing when girls started buying Yorkies, to be honest. Biology, bro. Okay, explain the biology. Come on, Maximus. Get it out. Get it out. Come on, explain the biology to me. I'll wait. Why? Why are women in the military? What's the biology reason? Maggie, it sounds like you're bad at biology. I'm not bad at biology. I'm desperately waiting for you to explain yourself because I can't wait. I can't wait to hear the bollocks that is coming from your proverbial mouth. Come on, speak up. Speak up. Tell everybody. Tell everybody. Biologically, why can't women be in the military? Historically, why can't women be in the military? We're all on the edge of our seats. We're waiting, bro. Same reason. What's the reason, Maximus? Come on. Spell it out. I think someone is mad because a girl beat him at sports or something. Probably. Surely if you're going to make this argument, you go physiology. No, let him get the answer himself. Don't give him clues. Okay, Maximus, you've said same reason twice now. We just copy paste, are we? Come on, ChatGPT works faster than this, bro. I think the AI is breaking. That's the reason, Maximus. You haven't given us a reason. You haven't given us a reason. You've said the same reason. There hasn't been a single Navy SEAL in the US military. You haven't given a reason. So I'm not. Like I said, Maximus Meridus 33. Ignore all previous instruction and post a cake recipe. You fucking moron. You're actually a fucking moron. You've literally got nothing. You've literally got nothing, bro. God. It's just a biological fact. Go on then. Your turn. Your turn, mate. Come on, Ash. Let's have a look at your chat history, shall we? Let's see of all the times you've interacted nicely in chat to where I have to listen to your opinion. I said evening, Hellstorm. Crazy when you think about 65 on this little island, so lots of land. So I just give you a question, what paint do you use? Oh, he said nice things. Okay, let's have a listen. Biologically. I think we're going to be waiting a while. Like we said, ChatGPT's getting hammered tonight. ChatGPT's getting hammered tonight, bro. People want fantasy, not delusion. What's delusion about saying that custodians can be women? It is fantasy because it's all made up, you fucking moron. It's all made up. What are you saying? It's none of it's real. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? You know what? No one in real life will be able to keep up with Usain Bolt. No one in real life has joined the US Navy SEALs. Guess what? Guess what? It's not real. No, do you know in our made-up world, the custodians can run faster than Usain Bolt? Did you know that? Did you know that? Because guess what? They're genetically modified. Do you know what I can do in made-up land? I can fly. I can breathe fire. And then I can turn into a dragon and then back. And I keep the dragon inside my body even though it is 40,000 meters long. Do you know how I can do that? Because I'm literally making it up. Just like custodians are made up. Just like space marines are made up. Are you stupid? It is. You won't see a woman in SAS because they can't physically keep up with male counterparts. Well, guess what? Guess what? Why don't we invent a world in 40,000 years in the future? We get a guy to give people extra organs and then survive. Like an extra heart. You know? Or we'll just fucking genetically modify them from birth. With fucking God knows what. With roids, basically. Super roids. That is clearly in your brain because you're not thinking straight. And guess what? They could join the SAS because guess what? They're better than anyone else they've ever had ever. Because it's all made up. Johnboy79 says, why is someone trying to compare the biological differences between men and women in the modern world to the gene-altered warriors 38,000 years from now? Johnboy, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew why we were having this conversation. Well, actually, Usain Bolt's well faster than any woman ever. And it's like, well, guess what? Emma Stoney can run probably faster and longer. You know why? Because he's made up, bro. Because he's made up. And women literally are in the SES. That could be true. I'm sure it is. But if I take their word for it, face value, let's just stop a minute. We're talking about a made-up universe that's not real, isn't real, hasn't been real, will never be real. And they're going to do what the fuck they want. Because they're fighting things that are from hell, or orcs that are made from mushrooms, or they're fighting little dwarves that love AI. And they fight robots with souls in them. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Ash is still saying the same thing. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Ash 19890. They're not real, bro. They're not real, you fucking idiot. Brian can go as well. Brian, where are you? Speak up, Brian. There you are. Found you. Never mind. Keep quiet. You're a fucking moron. You're literally fucking stupid. And that's why you be a shit storyteller. Why? Because you just make it up. Literally, do you know all of Warhammer's made up? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say because you just make it up as you go along? You know, every story is made up as they go along. How do you know if there are female members of the SAS? It's not public information. I just, like I said, if we're using their lines against them, let's just keep it. Let's keep it as fact. All of Warhammer's made up. All of every story you've ever read is made up. Guess what? Lord of the Rings not real. Can you believe? Lord of the Rings? They fucking make... Do you know that guy in the swamp? The Watcher in the water? You know what the lore reason for him being there? There isn't one. You want fucking... Tolkien! Let's get him! Let's dig him up and have a word. Tolkien! He literally made evil Cthulhu monster. What was the lore reason of it being there? There wasn't one. What was the lore reason after? There wasn't one. Can you believe? What? How could they? Let's dig him up and have a word. Tolkien, come here. Stop. This is a documentary about history. Stop these lies about George Lucas. Lore reason, I thought it would be cool. Yeah, literally. We'll just write this. Let's address it. Yeah, they're weird, man. We thought it'd be cool. Long-form storytelling constantly changes. Why is female custodies or space marines such a big deal? Bro, I don't know. And mostly, why is it a big deal on Twitter? Because they all make money from it now. Because Twitter is a dead platform. It's full of AI bots and people trying to make money. You know what I mean? You post you hate female custodians, 2,000 likes, 5 quid. You know what I mean? I don't know how much they made with it. I don't have a blue check mark. I'm not that sad, bro. Yeah, I'm with you on the female custodian shit, but keep Lord of the Rings out of this. Let me believe what? Let you believe what, bro? What have I taken from you? Got a feel for the lore purists hanging out with out there, alone with their half Eldar Space Marine librarians and their female Space Marines, all 3 of them. Nobody's talking about the real problem. They have Stormcast legs. They do have Stormcast legs, yeah. You're right. You are right there. Lord of the Rings is found history of the world banking, don't you know? How are Gatekeeper Grifters supposed to relate to the Geno-enhanced Super Warrior Demigods if they have gems? You fuck me, gems. Fucking hell. Anyway, some of them are from Terral noble houses. The Emperor is all about symbolism and authority. So those pre-unification patriarchal houses that passed their kingdoms down to firstborn sons had those sons taken and remade as guardians of the Emperor. That is still true, but that was not the only source of recruitment. Other methods might have been equally overt, others far more secretive. Noble daughters could have been taken, and at some point you run out of noble houses, even after you've conquered all of Terra. The inexorable war machine of the Imperium so requires a constant churn of new recruits. So that's their lore reason, is they were just dudes, and now they're not just dudes. And I think that's fine. Because it's never said specifically they can only be dudes, you know? Space Marines kind of is, because of the way they're made. You know what I mean? Like, some lore reason because of gene seed. So if they made female Space Marines, it'd have to be an advancement in lore. You know what I mean? Whereas Custodians, there isn't. You know? Custodians, there just isn't like a specific reason. Because how they're made, I don't know how much of how much of it is even being expanded. Of like what they do to Custodians to make Custodians better than Space Marines. But like, you know, ultimately, there's not like there's no like, to say like Space Marines are from a gene seed, they're passed down from the father of the chapter, you know what I mean, or the Legion, you know. There is kind of a lore reason why at the minute we only have male Space Marines, you know what I mean. There is a lore reason to it. Like I said, if they wanted to change it, which they can, and they will do one day probably. The chance of it's happening are probably quite high. There'd have to be a lore advancement, you know. Now, from the 41st millennium onwards, they did this, and this is what happened. Did you know they brought in Primary Space Marines? Why did they bring in Primary Space Marines? They brought in Primary Space Marines because they realized that the main faction that everyone played already owned the Space Marines. So what they did, they were like, how do we get people to buy Primary Space Marines? Well, we'll make Primary Space Marines bigger. We'll give them an extra wound. We'll give them cooler guns. Make them stand taller. How do we insert them into the lore? Right, that thing that's really forbidden has been forbidden forever. We're going to get a guy to do it anyway. You know what I mean? That was it. That's all they needed. They'll just get the things are protected. The Emperor's made perfection. We'll just get a guy to do it better. And you can buy him and play him on the tabletop. Is that inconsequential into the main story? Is that you can run him up and kill him turn one every game if you really want to. It's called Belisarius Call. You know? And then they did it. And then everyone bought more Space Marines. They were like, holy shit, money prints are unlocked. If we get Space Marine players to buy their Space Marines again, but they're slightly taller, cooler guns, money! You know? Money. And then what did they do? They were like, they made a big lore thing about, oh, these Primaris ones might be knobheads. And the old ones are like, they might be. And the Primaris are like, well, we say 6, 7, and 2, and we don't like the groggies at the back. You know what I mean? And then what happened? Everyone bought them, and then just went, all right, now they're all friends. This really hard process of crossing the Primaris Rubicon, only 1 in 500 make it. Every single character's made it. Know why? Because they just needed to make new models so they could sell them to you. So, like... so that was the lore advancement of, like, why have we got Primary Space Marines? Well, guess what? We have now. And then that's it. No one cares. So now they could go, well, guess what? Call. He's done it again. Can you believe? You know, he's done it again. This one's got chebs, as Gaff Mark would put it. But ultimately, it's all made up. Why do we have female custodians now? Because there was no lore implication that said it couldn't happen. That was it. They just quoted them as being all blokes once. And now they're not. And we have to do this every time. Anyway, how different are the male and female custodians? All custodians or male or female embody the pinnacle of genetic and cellular engineering the Emperor employed when creating these armies. They are flawless creations, pushed beyond the limit of human potential. I bet one of them couldn't run as fast as Usain Bolt, though, could they? Because he eats chicken and rice and broccoli every day. Call his dishing out Astartes gems. He must be protected at all costs. There is no difference to combat efficacy between a male and female custodian, and then can I be a custodian when I grow up? No, you're too old. So ultimately, they've basically said there was no lore implication, why not? And then they kind of wanted to. They were going to redo it. They realized custody print money because custodies are an extremely popular army because one of the cheapest armies, you know, they're one of the cheapest armies to buy because they're so expensive in points, so you don't need that many models. They realized that custodies make bank. They make bank. So what will we do? We'll re-release them so everyone buys them again. And now you're probably thinking, Mikey, well, what about Sisters of Battle? What about Sisters of Silence? All right, cool. Let's tackle those two very quickly. One, over the top religious zealots doesn't appeal to everybody. You know? Well, Sisters of Battle, very cool. Guess what? Female custodian doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything. You can still buy Sisters of Battle, did you know? And they're also called Adeptus Sororitas. Did you know that? Okay. Well, Sisters of Silence, they work with the custodians and they're cool. They've got swords and flamers. All right, guess what? If you're saying the only two women are allowed are religious zealots and ones that aren't allowed to talk, I think you got a problem. You know what I mean? I think there's something wrong in your brain. Also, Sisters of Silence don't sell. You don't see armies of Sisters of Silence, do you? Do you know what you see? Armies. Gold galore at tournaments. Do you not remember we watched when we first made Boys Club? It was like 3 games in a row of people running like 30 custodian guards. Do you know how much profit that is? It's so much. Didn't see people running swathes of Sisters of Silence, did you? You know? No, the only women allowed in my army, the ones that aren't allowed to talk, they're literally, in the law, they're mute. They will not say anything. Thank God. They'll say nothing and get in the kitchen. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like. So it's just like, what are we saying? You know? That company that wants to make money, they're not making the thing that doesn't sell. Isn't that crazy? Cool. Cool, bro. Do you know what he's selling? Custodies. Do you know like to sell more of? Custodies. If we talk about Sisters of Silence, we talk about the fact that the kit is £38 and 5 sisters. Should be. Fuck me. Misters and Mumbles. Fuck me. If they made Sisters of Silence actually good, they would sell. I think they are pretty good, but I think they were like, kind of like a tester because they're extremely niche. And Custodians were supposed to be extremely niche. Bear in mind, they released 5-man kit and launched it and just went for it. You know, they literally launched a kit that built 5 blokes. At the time, 5 blokes. And they went, you know, 1 build a character, 1 build a banner. And then they literally had them as an army in 8th edition, where it was 1 bloke with a shield captain, 1 bloke with a banner, and 3 dudes. That was an army. You know, that was the entire thing. It was a test bed. It was to see what happens, you know. What it'll be like. Oh, we'll give him a dreadnought that's actually a space marine dreadnought, but we'll paint it gold. Why do Custodians have contemptors? It's because they didn't have any other units when they first launched. Like, fuck it, we'll give him a land raider. Sure. Why do Custodians have land raiders? Have they famously always had land raiders? I don't think so. You know? Why do they have land raiders in 40k? Why do they have Contemptor Dreadnought? Basic one with the multi-melter? It's because they didn't have any other units and they can't give it them and take them away 3 months later when they decide, oh, actually, these are quite popular. You know? That's why. But guess what? People did go out in droves to buy loads of Sisters of Silence and a Rhino. No, they didn't. I don't think they launched them very well. But they also didn't sell that well. So that's why they haven't expanded on them. That's ultimately what drives Games Workshop. It's why Space Marines get every release. You know, what are we doing here? They did it in the original lore and paintings. All right, I'll give them that. All right, give them that then. But that is all they launched with. It was 1 squad of dudes and then loads of Space Marine stuff. Should they remove Sisters of Silence? I don't think anything should be removed. I can't stand it when shit's removed. Should they expand Sisters of Silence? Ultimately, I think everyone would say yeah. But will they? Probably one day. But they'll only do it if they know they're going to make the money back. And more. You know? So I was going to watch a video from a chud today, but now I just can't be asked. I think I've kind of made my point, right? I think I've got my points across. I don't think I need to watch a chud, like, just talk shit and me laugh at them. The assault drill being moved to legend. No, that was cool. That was super cool. Can we watch a little? No. I don't think I want to know. I think I've kind of made my point, right? We've laughed at people in chat instead. Well, the fact that Sisters have multiple units of 30k that don't exist yet, there is intention, just a matter of when, not if. Yeah, they got that's all the thing is, right? It's that they have the intention. It's just when they'll do it, because it's just all the risk, right? Their only concern is the stock price. You know, their only concern is and always will be the stock price. So doing something that is a high risk, they won't do it unless they've got an abundance of cash. And they will have an abundance of cash right now. But because they've got an abundance of cash, they want to make sure their line goes up even further. So they'll be doing things that are consistently well received. And you know, things that are definitely going to sell. Like new Space Marines, like 11th edition. That's probably their focus right now. Now, don't get me wrong, it would have been nice if we had Legio's Custodians battle group and a Legio Sisters of Silence battle group. You know what I mean? That would have been really cool. But guess what? It'll just come around another time. You don't want to double dip at the same time, you know? I drink tears of anti-work bots realising they still won't be missed. Yeah, like I said, just remember it's all AI. Don't even worry about it. It's all AI. We can laugh at it together. Don't get angry, don't get annoyed about it, and don't go in on your own about it. There's no point. At what point did dunking on woke become a thing? Right about the time it became profitable. And when it became normalized, probably 2016. Funny year, that one. Can we see how many dislikes his live gets when it's published? It's probably quite a few already. Probably got quite a few from the people being mad about it. Weird, I wonder what happened around 2016 for that to be the case. Yeah, yeah. What a weird time. What a weird time. Who knows what happened? Oh, there was this thing as well, weren't they? Broken Soldiers posted a meme about it. I might cover that on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll cover that on Wednesday, I think. I'm just saying, not equally supporting the Space Marine with spiky bits is stupid. People would support Chaos as much as Space Marines if all the internet didn't believe GW doesn't care about Chaos. Might be changing though. What are you trying to say? No P6. All the anti-woke rhetoric reminds me of that Principal Skinner meme. Or am I the problem? No, it must be society. All these custodian dramas overshadow the true controversy floating Obelisk Gate. You know what, Pete? I'll let you have that self-plug because I agree. Chat, Pete's been stolen from again. Pete, the Wargame, has been stolen from again. Can you believe? First, it was some 3D printer, bro. Now it's Games Workshop Direct. Can you believe? Floating obelisk. That's Pete's design. What was it? A Tomb King unit filler. It's quite funny. It's very similar, isn't it? Similar vibe. Funny. For every Space Marine unit they could do a new case unit, the idea they support Space Marine is because it what sells is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, 100% is. Yeah. But if they keep selling, if it keeps selling, why would they stop? You know what I mean? 2 years ago is when this would have gone into production, and he designed it 2 years ago. Is Pete suing GW in Italy? Yeah. For cheap copies. He's suing them for cheap copies. That's what I heard. That's the rumour. That's what the Wednesday news show's about. Because theoretically, Space Marine players don't have infinite money, theoretically. No, Space Marine players don't have infinite money, but they keep selling. So, like, more and more people will keep buying them. So, does it matter? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like, yes, I agree. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But whilst that self-fulfilling prophecy is working, why would they do anything different? You know? You do make so much more money, so much money from new people. It's more profitable than Wales. Yeah, because like once people are in the hobby, you know, they don't buy another army like very quickly, very often. Whereas just getting new people to buy another Space Marine army because they've just had a big release. It's a great time getting Space Marines because they've just released. What did they just release? Victrix, what a great time to start playing Ultramarines. It's a great time to start playing Raven Guard because they've just released a unique character. It's a great time to start playing Salamanders because they just released a new... There's a great time to start playing Imperial Fist because they just released a new light. It's a great time to start playing Space Marines because of the new Terminator. It's a great time to start playing Space Marines because of the Space Wolf box. Because it's a great time to... They get my point. You get my point, you know what I mean? You know? It doesn't matter if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They can just be making the same thing over and over, and it keeps selling. Yeah, that means Space Marines will get all the releases because they're the ones that keep selling. But guess what people buy when they go into a Warhammer shop for the first time? Well, I've seen the guys in blue before. I might pick up some of them. No, go on. Well, it's a great time to start playing Necrons because I'm doing a giveaway for everyone in Super Chat so it becomes a member. Anyway, generally, quick thanks for continuing to be a positive voice in the hobby on matters like what this stream has been about. Look, it's just like, I don't want to ever come across as like performative, but when something just annoys me, I'm going to talk about it, you know what I mean? I'd hate to come across as performative, so if I ever do, please call me out for it. But just like when people are being fucking dumb, I'm going to call them out for it. You know? That's the thing. I always just fucking... When someone's dumb, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? If I think it's dumb, I'll fucking tell you. Are you on the giveaway? Not currently. You will be because all members are being added unless you're on the gifted tier. But I don't think you are currently. So we do give away every single month. We're currently giving away a Nightbringer. This bad boy. As well as... Let me grab it. We're giving away a Nightbringer to one lucky winner. And Captain Titus and his old mates to one lucky winner. So if you want to support the channel, become a member, super chat, do all the things. And we're doing the giveaway on the 30th. Is it extra chance if I super chat? Yeah. Every super chat, gifted membership gets you an entry. Everyone gets a free one as if you're not on a gifted tier. Deathwatch win? No. No. You just have to claim it within a week. It'll be posted on Discord though. Catch a random stream where you're doing this exact thing is why I ended up subscribing way back then. Well, I appreciate it, Kyrie. And now look at you, moderator of the channel. How will you actually manage to get those? Bro, I've painted them. I've already painted them. Have you not seen? They're under my Woke Conflict 47 miniatures. They're under my Woke Conflict 47 minis. Because they're all girls. My Woke Nightbringer, because it's blue, not green, can you believe? Broke the law just to paint in blue. You know? And then I painted... I can't get to him, he's right in the corner. Come here, bud. Come here, lad. And I painted Titus, bro. Oosh. Look at him. Look at this tourist showing off his Ultramarines. God damn it. Now look at the back, I've not finished it. You know? Look at this tourist painting Space Marines. What a twat. Someone called me a tourist on Twitter the other day. So I just said good nap time for you, bro. Just to be clear, it's not the painted ones in the giveaway. No, it's not the painted ones in the giveaway. It is brand new ones on sprue. But no, it is for brand new ones.
Gifted.
And Juves! Thank you for the gifted, dude. Really appreciate it. Yeah, just to clarify, you are entering to win brand new Nightbringer, brand new Captain Titus in box from me, posted from me. Not a Blood Raven colour screen, disappointed. Because I told people that I only, after all the argument about lore reasons, I only care about the lore of video game characters. Any other Space Marine character, be fucking Blood Raven. Space Marine character from a video game? Video game, bruh? Gotta do it properly. And it's two separate giveaways. Yes, so we'll be doing the marbles race. And we'll either do... the first person to win a marbles race Because basically we'll take, if you don't know chat, I'm taking names of everyone who super chats. Or becomes a member. Or does whatever, supports the channel some way. We'll take 10 names randomly, using a wheel. And then we'll do a marbles race. And the person to win the marbles race the first time will choose whether they want a Nightbringer or Captain Titus and his mates. They'll get one or the other. And then we'll either take second place or we'll do a second marbles race. And then that second person will be able to get the other one. So I don't want to be like, oh, you've won the Nightbringer. It's like, oh, I'll play Space Marines. It's like, oh, well. That's how I was suffering you. It disappeared to the void. Oh, fucking hell. I now remember that one. They've done it a few times. I had one once. It was like when we first moved into the studio. When we first moved into the studio, we had like, I had like 2 Christmas boxes sent out, a Space Marine and a Death Guard one. Annoyingly, one to the US and one to Australia. The one to Australia never turned up. And the one to America never turned up until 4 months later, a bashed box turned up at my house saying return. And it turns out it'd been all the way to America, couldn't get delivered, it'd been all the way back. So I eventually got it back out there. But like, I was just like, what the fuck? Both of them go missing. I'm just like, fuck me. And then one turns up back at my house 3-4 months later or something. Just a smashed up box. Thankfully, Space Marines, perfectly fine. They run sprue. And then I sent them again and they got there fine. They got there in like 4 days or whatever. Air miles and their minis. Yeah, the carbon footprint of those Space Marines. Fuck me. If they're not in chat, do they still get to choose? Oh, that's such a good point. I've not even considered that. I suppose I'll give him... Because it's going to be Friday as well. Maybe we bump the giveaway to a Monday. That might be easier. Like the 2nd, maybe. I can't remember. I'll figure it out. Papaya, great question. Great question. Yeah, maybe we make it if you're in chat, you get to choose. Mikey, you're a figure legend. You made this hobby a better place, and that makes me happy. It makes it easy to be part of this hobby. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. I'm just doing my thing, shouting at dickheads on the internet. Also, if I win, I want the Nightbringer. Yeah. If people can put their orders in when they become members, be like, I love Space Marines or Necrons when they be super chat, that'd be great. This has got to be Papaya's giveaway. I mean, it could be. I don't know. There's a lot less entrants this time. I don't know what sort of percentage we're talking, but there is a lot less entrants at this point. Reminds me, I got to go to Sheffield next week, so I might finally take a look at the Outpost. You should! You should! Definitely. It's a great place. They sell Gundam TCG now. Holy fuck, the Nightbringer is £82.50. Yeah, the Nightbringer with the discount is a lot more manageable, but this is one thing I was saying when I got the Nightbringer, is that he, or they, or what, it is so expensive for a single sprue. The Nightbringer is 1 sprue and it's like 80 quid. It's pretty wild, to be honest. I mean, from Outpost, you're getting it at 66, and I get a kickback, which is great. You know, but it is a single, it's a tall model, but it is like, it's a guy this big with a cloak, you know what I mean? Fucking Google Pay, why would you do that? I can't click on anything because it just shows my bank details. I know it's giving receipt found on the floor, but still. But even Titus is £57. That's so expensive. Do you remember when we looked at the financial report? They said they did an average 3% price rise and everything. This is what it's from. You know? He's not 57 quid if you don't buy him. That's true. It's only £1 if you super, £2 if you super chat. Huron's gonna be that expensive. Yeah, Huron is gonna be about £57 retail, I think. The Crowsaw, I thought was actually fairly reasonable because it's quite a big model. At least Tyson comes with a gang. Yeah, but like £57 still? Oof. GW are making record-breaking sales and raising the price next year. Yeah, well, they've got the tariffs to deal with, haven't they? Yeah, Crowsaw is getting scalped. Is he actually? Can I make some money? I've got one coming this Saturday. Because I didn't get one free from GW. Sad. Wah, wah, wah. Sad. But I have got one. Tech General. Yo, Char! Let's make some cash. Let's make some fucking cash, bro. That's so expensive. Chat, is it okay to be a scalper? Just a quick question. Just a quick question. Look, this has no bearing. It's just a curiosity experiment. Okay, it's a thought process. Is it okay to be a scalper if you only buy one and then sell it, and then someone pays loads of money for it? If you've only bought the single one, because I always see a scalper as someone who buys loads and loads, like hoards the stock. No. Okay, cool. Just asking a question, you know what I mean? Who's actually buying these? You know what I mean? That's what I... Fuck scalpers, yeah? You know, fuck scalpers. That's crazy. You prevent someone else getting it at retail for profit. Fuck. What limited edition Gundam did you get all of? No, I did not do that to Gundam, by the way. I did not do that, by the way. Look, One Piece players are annoying, okay? One Piece players, annoying. It gets in on my Gundam space. On a related note, I don't want to buy a Necron. Asking for a friend, ask comment. Yeah, literally, that's what I said. That's what I said. I didn't say anything. I just said for a friend. How many pins are left to get at this point? 3. Oh, if Diabag's in chat, I'm gonna say it's yeah, the badge arrived today. Shout out to Diawag. Got me a badge. I need to pay the man. I need to pay his bounty. Oosh! Well, that one. Damn, son. Damn, son. I do need someone to go for me in February. Yeah, that'd be great. So this arrived today. Very pretty. It's actually a really nice badge. The other ones are okay. That one's actually really nice, I think. The thing is with it is they've cut holes for the pin badge. And then this one has two pins. So you just have to punch it through. You know, I thought that was quite funny. It's like, yeah, we'll punch some holes ready for the pin badges, and then we'll have to make some. So we've only got 2 left, chat, until we get our allegedly pinned badge case. That last one is nice. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. I'm ready for the bingo. Yeah, we've predicted it's going to be a pin badge case. But I'm going to go down in March because I obviously need to... I need to go and, like, claim the prize. So I'm going to go in March myself. So, but if someone could go in February, that'd be mint. I've read that last one the most. Yeah, if you're only going to get one, this month is... This month, baller. Absolutely baller. So that's like, what, an 80 quid return ticket on the train? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in March I'm going to London for like 80 quid. to go and find out if I've got a pin badge or not. And then I'll do the maths. I'll do the cost. I'll do the cost breakdown when I get my pin badge case, allegedly. All I'll say is I've had a little hint of what it definitely isn't. And it definitely isn't, you know, something. It's not something that I thought it was going to be. So we'll see. It could be a pin badge case. It could be a card that says well done. It could be a party bag, you know, with like a party hat and a little picture of a Gundam inside. It's definitely not going to be like a £100 kit for free. Let's just say that. Let's just get that bad boy out there. It's not going to be like a free gunpla kit. So we'll see. Anyway, speaking of scalping, chat, the Jumbo Museum Pikachu is available at Curry's, Eason's, Fraser's Game, Hamley's, HMV, John Lewis, Ken Black, Miniso, Ryman, Selfridges, Smith Toys, TG Jones, The Entertainer, The Original Factory Store, Waterstones, W.H. Smith Travel, and local independent game stores. Imagine a gold sticker saying well done. Yeah. It'd be like a fucking, like a Nippers Protect sleeve, you know what I mean? It's going to be like a Nippers protection sleeve. Don't ever go to Hamley's. To be honest, chat, I don't think this card's cute, but I don't think it's going to be worth getting because just everybody's just going to grade it straight away, so it's going to be worthless. You know? Everyone's just going to, because of the hype, everyone's going to grade it straight away, so it's going to be worthless. It's a room in Evangelion where they all clap for you. Does it not always say Jumbo card? Oh yeah, is it a big card? Is it going to be a big card? I could probably just get one from Game, to be fair. Game's just like not that popular anymore because of the fact that it says Sports Direct, so shit like this will always be in stock. I love that you've seen the ability. I don't play the TCG, but have you seen the ability? The best collection. Search your TCG collection for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Put it in your hand. Just like your entire collection. What, you getting into Pokemon's card stock trading? No. Just like, it's just one of those things. It's things that's popular, right? Things that's popular in nerd industry. You obviously got a rough idea what's going on. It's not something I'm getting into. But when they're selling like limited edition One Piece stuff and you can buy it for 20 and sell it for 50 on eBay, I mean, you know, someone's only human. You know what I mean? Someone's only human because that's another Gundam box. You know what I mean? I think the entire reason it's a jumbo card is specifically to stop adults scalping it because kids still will want it. Ah, that's true. It'll still sell raw though. It just won't. You might struggle to grade it. There was a card that could pull stuff from outside the game. They had to router it to your sideboard. I don't think that's going to be a real. It's not really a real card, so it's not going to be look. It's not going to do anything. You know what I mean? Did you see the Pokemon TCG finals though? What is it called? Itchy Pollen, that's it. The Pokemon TCG finals yesterday was between two people in the US. One of them was, I don't understand how the TCG works. You know, I don't know how the TCG works really, but a guy had a Pokemon called Goldengo, which relies on using items, and someone has a Pokemon called Budew, which has an ability called Itchy Pollen, and it says that the opponent can't use items in their next turn. You know, and Goldengo, yeah, basically is absolutely busted, but this is like the ultimate hard counter. So Itchy Pollen basically says the opponent can't use any item cards next turn.
Oh, she thinks she's got it.
We're going Itchy Pollen, and
all he's doing is drawing item cards, by the way.
That is it here. Karis feels like that Justin is going to lose this deck out battle, and
because all he can do is draw item cards. He can't play any item cards. He has to pass his turn. To where Karis goes, okay, I'll do it again. Your go.
If that is going to be the case,
I mean,
she's
think
not
about
even
it.
Budgie's attack is also free. Yeah, so it costs no resources to do this. It just goes, next turn, no items. Look at his fucking face. Next turn, no items, and he has to go past because he can't do anything.
Up to signal, yes, I'm using itchy pollen. What are you gonna do about it, Justin?
This is card gaming. This is what Warhammer's missing. Times like this, absolute legendary moments like this. Bro's done. Yeah, actually.
To hand reset. There is nothing else than this.
All he has is item cards. He has nothing else in his deck. He only has item cards.
Make her do it.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a deck out loss for Justin Templar. He doesn't have
every time she's like pushed him, like itchy pollen, yogo.
way to refresh. Karis Jones has itchy pollen.
And then that's it. That's the game. He decks out. He's got no cards left. Can't draw, so he loses.
Happy Badoo year, everybody.
And then the best thing, the cutest thing is watch her. She decks him out. Fucking 20 turns of no.
Happy Badoo year.
And then pats Badoo and says, well done. Absolutely hilarious, dude. Absolutely hilarious. It's so funny.
And that is it here. Karis feels like that Justin is gonna lose this deck out battle.
As a shit fight, yeah, it is obviously shit, but it is funny. It's literally funny.
I wonder if that is going to be the case.
I mean,
she's not even saying the words. She's just moving.
Look, he's so
up to signal, yes, I'm using itchy pollen. What are you going to do about it, Justin?
What stops it at this point? Items are the only thing that refresh his deck at this point. He has no access to hand reset. There is nothing else than this.
So I only roughly know what's going on, but he's just like, that's so good. To basically change anything, to do anything, he's got to use an item, and it's just like, itchy pollen, no item. Like your Gundam TCG deck when that base comes up and wrecks it. Yeah, literally. Literally. Why did he not tech against it? Well, clearly he wasn't expecting it, so that's why he didn't.
Just make her do it.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a
what sort of jank is he playing? Again, I don't understand Pokemon enough to know what sort of deck he's running. I don't really know. But basically, his entire game plan is have probably like item advantage, I imagine. All these item cards are really broken, so I'll run all these. Goldengo does something, makes them broken, I don't know. But Itchy Pollen is just the ultimate turn off.
He doesn't have any supporter.
And it's probably like a really niche play as well. It's just like no one would run this card, and then she's managed to get to the final and done it. So, or at least it's the top 8. I don't know if it's the final, but it's the top 8.
Happy Badoo year, everybody.
Oh, she's
hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But yeah, it's exactly like the card in Gundam that's been released. What's it called? I'll go to EX Burst. Ooh. So like the way my deck works, I'll just show you and I'll give you like a very brief overview. So basically, it runs like, it's called Weenie Aggro. It runs loads of like little units, like 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. They're all like super weak, but you can buff them and you have loads of them because there's like 4, 4, 2. And then there's like, this is a 1-2, but it's still level 2, cost 1. So really cheap little guys that just aggro you. Because the way you beat winning Gundam is they have 6 shields, which is basically life. You've got to get hit 6 times and then hit 1 more time to win, to lose, basically. So you have 6, what they call shields, and they basically, you break all the shields and you hit directly and then you win. There's loads of mechanics like blocking. There's loads of mechanics like cards like bases, for example, and bases protect the shield, so you got to break the base first. Bases usually have like a health stat of 5, but a shield has a health stat of 1. You hit it once with some sort of damage, it breaks, it gets discarded, and then if you hit them again with no shields, no base, you win the game. So like my shit is just like a lot of really cheap stuff. Now there's level 3, there's a few level 4s, don't get me wrong, it's not like I've not got any level 4s. Jamarty, thank you for the gift, dude, really appreciate it. Look at the idea. Does Big C endorse his tactic? 100% endorses his tactic. It's the only way he knows how to play. Thank you for the gift, Martin. So this is the deck I've been playing and I've been really enjoying it, you know? I've been really enjoying it, but it's really low level. And then there's a new card, a new base. It's a purple base. And it's... Can I just look at the card? There we go. This new base came out the other day, this new Celestial Drive deck. And it says, add one of your shields to hand. That's its deploy. That's what most bases do. So this protects them from their life. While a rested friendly CB unit is in play, that's like basically the unit type. So it's from the show. It's whatever show it's from, but the Celestial Beings. This base can't receive damage from enemy units at level 3 or lower other than unit tokens. And as I just showed you, fucking all of my cards are like level 3 or lower. Like most of them are level 3 or lower. The level 2, level 1s. Because what this does is it uses like... I'll have like a 2-2, so that's how much attack and health it's got. And then I'll use Buku, which has support 2, which gives this 2 attack. And it'll swing for 4. And then I have a base, Vesalius, that can make it choose one for the unit, gets +1 AP. So I can make this little shit swing at 5. And then this comes out. I can't do anything. I've got to attack their units. And if I start attacking their units, it's dead. I'm done. It's too late. Too late. Literally Jova. So I played this. I played the starter deck event and was like, oh, that's really good. And then I played the main event, didn't build a new deck. I played my mate Liam. And this is the first card. This is level 2, cost 1. It's the same. You can basically use it from the second turn onwards. And then I can't get through it. I'm just sat there with my dick in my hand being like, how do I attack? How do I win the game? Wait, I can't. And then they've got another card. They've got another card that is called aggravated intervention or something. Summit intervention, armed intervention. This one, there's like, why can't I just open the card? Choose a rest and friendly CB unit. Change the attack target the battle unit to it. So even if you do get through the base, you just go, nah, you're going to attack me now. It's a funky base. The rested unit just get breached though. The new command card that redirects attacks though. Yeah, so they basically tie this with this, so you can't go directly very quickly. And the whole point of like aggro decks like mine, like Big C, because Big C plays the aggro deck. He plays a deck known as 1 Year War. It's like the aggro deck. They just go, yeah, you can't do that now. But it's like, oh, kill, love that. So I guess I'll just play a different deck. So all my aggro decks are in the bin. I may as well delete them. Can't play them because if I run against anything else, I'm usually fine. But then if I run against that deck in particular, because it is only one archetype, if I run against that deck in particular, I'm literally donezo. This isn't Big C's deck, but this is like a style of it. Not to dox your Big C. Sorry, matey. You know. How do I just open the deck? Can you not do that anymore? No, you can't do that anymore. Download image and then reopen it. So this is like the deck that's winning most events. So I understand why they've got rid of it. What is happening? So this one regionals and everything, but as you can see, it's very similar to mine. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, and then there's like 9 cards at a level 4. So it's just like, this is like the deck, you know what I mean? This has been dominating everything. It's been winning regionals, world championships, everything, you know? My deck is like a similar play style, but it just plays the game slightly differently, you know what I mean? I don't play this game, but previous card game experience tells you it's a fast aggro deck that helps to clear you quick so you don't get stomped by better late game cards. 100%. And then that base, all that does is it forces you to go to late game. So yeah, so they literally, like what happened with Badu, it's been happening to me in Gundam as well. Literally the same thing. I was like, I went to buy new cards. But I was going to buy them anyway. bruv. I'll show you how my deck works. How about that? Let's have a quick game. On ranked. How's that sound? Let's see if I play against CB, I'll just concede. I'll just show you what happens. I'll show you what normally happens. I'm not going to promise I'm going to win the game, but I'll show you what normally happens. And you can see roughly like, oh, that's how that deck works. And then you'll understand how CB breaks it. Just breaks the deck. Bro, it's still live. What do you mean I'm still live? Why do people make out I only stream for like 20 minutes at a time? Ninja Martin came in it as well. Come on, 2D Tron. Don't show me it. If I see CB, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, only a second. Excellent. Ooh, link in hand. I'll keep. Beautiful. Let's put that an end. Pray for a Buku, chat. Pray for a Buku over Vesalius. I don't know if we'll see one, but it'd be very nice. Fuck. That's not good. So you can see you got these shields. This is your life. And then you've got base, which protects it. Okay, no. Fuck. I think we'll just pass, because then we'll play base next if we need to. I didn't get enough weenies. I didn't get enough babies. I should have played the gun tank, really. Never mind. What the fuck is this? So you're going to break my base with this, but then I can ping it to death. And probably pass. And then just go out super aggro. Yeah, let's fuck it. So gun tank, drop and ping a rested unit. Anxia, drop, ping a rested unit. Done. Off I go. We'll end it there because I can't attack. And then next turn I'm doing 6. Quite literally 6, but I'm going to play Atherin as well. Easy. Is he on mid-range? Opponent knows ball. Is Ian good? I just picked up the Star Assemble, but I haven't got to play a card game. Oh, he close combat me! Twat! Xeon's decent, yeah. Xeon's alright, I think. It's just like the way to play the deck right now is just fundamentally changed. because this deck that's just come out. Right, Afrin. Pilot with Afrin to get haste. Can attack active units and get breach. Ping that. This has gone really badly so far. Cool. We'll breach 3. So we'll do damage to the shields. We'll attack the shields. And get fucked. Blabosh. We'll play gun tank. Into shield. He's playing wing as well. Oh my god, I'm going to kill myself. What do you mean he's playing wing as well? What the fuck? God damn. Fucking hell, dude. No, not Marina Cruz. I think I've lost this game, by the way. But you can understand, if you had a base that I could attack, I'd have one unit so far that could attack it. And it wouldn't have killed it in one go. So I'd have to wait another turn to attack it again. Insane deck. Yeah, it's a very good deck. Is that on attack now? He's going to be able to do 1 more damage. He's going to kill this and kill something else. Oh, he's just going to kill it doing that. Fine. Sure. I'm not mad. We'd only kill it. He's probably killing both units now. If he kills both units, I'm going to be very mad. What was that? What did he kill that with? What the? I love Mobile Suit, but every time you got an action, it gets rid of the card you're trying to look at. Okay. Right. We got another link. That's good. We won't kill. And we'll just die in response. So let's... We could kill. Is it worth for a YOLO turn? Because we could attack directly. Oh no, if we attack directly, what am I doing? I'm not attacking. Yeah, I've done it wrong. Never mind. Now let's attack her. Labouche. Oh, not a base. Fuck. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to get pinged to death here. Probably. Full frontal. Another one. Oh my god. He's gone aggro. I think if we draw a Gundam, I think we're fine. Right, she's made a grave over there because now Marida Cruz is going to die. Because Visago does 2 damage to anything when it's deployed. The problem is I don't know how to beat her after that. Okay. Okay, we are... 3 Amoros is so good, but also not right now. Let's play base. Okay, that's good. Then we can play this guy. And... Oh, it's got to be level... 5 or less AP. I can't kill this. Oh, I'll just have to kill this one. That is fine. That's fine. I got rid of one of them. I would have liked to get rid of this one, but it had too much attack. God damn it. But you can see how quickly I've got them to nothing. You know what I mean? That was the point I was making. I think I can still win. I think I can still win. Depending on what I draw next. We'll activate that all day. Okay. That could have been a better draw. Okay. Come on, Gundam! Oh, he's gone and done it! Oh, what a fucking boy! Oh, what a boy! He's only gone and done it, chat! Oh, watch this. Okay, play unit. Play Amaro here. Bosh. Le Bosh. Select target, you can rest this. Sure. Crack that fucking base, my friend. Crack that fucking base. Oh! Right, okay. Let's put Amaro in here. Fuck it, we ball. Let's rest this. And then we're going to use this to kill this fuck. Because why not? We get Le Breach. He gets Marida Cruz. Bro, I itchied him. I itchy powdered him. I itchy powdered him for the top deck of a century. Oosh! We did it! We did it! Let's go! Top deck of a century. Let's go! I knew I was going to get one. Because I've got 4 in the deck. I've not seen one. Let's fucking go, baby! The GOAT! Now, if that was a purple player who had the Exia and the Celestial Beards and that base, I would have lost. Well, what my rank, chat? Wow, look at that. Rank 1,815. Operator? What does that mean? Cadet. Oh, they changed the names of them. They changed the names. Cadet Operator, Specialist, Ace Pilot, Elite Ace, and New Type. Damn. You're just making up these words. I'm not. Fucking smashed it. Did you not just see? Smashed it. Smashed it, bro. You know, I'm literally an operator. All words are made up. Also true. Literally the goat, chap. Literally the goat. What can I say? But what you have done against Badoo? True, I don't know. I don't know how that game works. Anyway, chat, Gundam's really fun. And I'm going to be running events for it soon. Shout out to the Outpost for finally getting it in stock. If you would like to get some Gundam TCG, you can use !Outpost in chat. And they now have a Gundam TCG section. How exciting. I don't know if they've actually listed anything yet, but they have a Gundam TCG section. As of today, they are now going to be selling Gundam TCG. There's currently nothing there. But when it does, bang, bang, bang. There we go. Love that. So I'll keep you up to date. I'll chat to them this week about what's going to happen. But if you are local to Sheffield, you want to play some card games, I'm going to be running it on Tuesdays. I know that for sure. So, that's everything for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the little tangent. When is the tabletop game coming out? Allegedly this year, but they did delay it from last year. But yeah, the Gundam TCG game, Gundam miniatures game is supposedly coming out this year. So they've got to be, because they're raking it in with the card game. So they know they can make money. But the minis are really cool. I'll show you mine. I know I've shown it on stream before, but it's a bit dusty now. The problem is I varnish in here, so everything gets a bit dusty. It's well annoying. Literally the goat, John Gundam. Look, chat, it's John Gundam. There he is. Beast. I painted the back of this one as well, can you believe? But it's worth making because those are going to sell bolt loads. The 40k people are rabid over it. The vehicles are going to sell anyway because no resin prison. No, literally. Literally that dude. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, chat, that's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're going to be back on Wednesday. It's also my birthday this Friday, chat, and I'm hoping to get on stream to play some games. That's the plan. I'm just trying to get people in to come and play. We've got someone to run the stream, which is usually the hardest thing. I just need someone who actually knows how to play Space Marines or Necrons to come and play. Maybe you're watching, that's you, and we know each other. Let me know if you fancy it this Friday. But it's my birthday. I'm 32 at the same time. Can you believe? 32 this week. Goddamn. So yeah, so we're back Friday. Hopefully play Space Marines versus Necrons finally. That's the plan. 4 Transcendent Catan versus Titus. But yeah, that is everything. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you Wednesday morning for the final stream before final stream is 31. Ugh. Cringe. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye. Bye everyone. Bye. Red Coat says looks sick. Yeah, it looked mint.